Hello, this is Barry Nirmal. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe link below.
Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Nirmal. In today's video, I'm going to discuss how to encrypt your files and folders on your Windows 10 PC using Windows' own built-in EFS technology. EFS stands for Encrypting File System. Let me just put a disclaimer that this is only available in the Windows 10 Pro, Enterprise, and Education editions. If you have the Home edition of Windows 10, this video will not apply to you, and you would have to get a third-party application to encrypt your files and folders, which I will not discuss in today's video. Moving on, there are two reasons why you would want to encrypt your files and folders. The first reason is if you're on a PC that has more than one user, you can prevent other users from snooping and viewing any of your sensitive files and folders that you'd like to be kept only to yourself. When you encrypt your files and folders, even if you're only a regular user and another user on that PC is an administrative user, that person would still be unable to view your files and folders, even when they have greater rights over the PC than you do. The second reason is just in case your PC or just its hard drive from the PC are ever stolen, then the thief would be unable to look at your files and folders due to them being encrypted. Only you would be able to once you have a certificate, which is a special file I'll discuss in the video, backed up. If you're missing this certificate, keep in mind that even you would be unable to view your encrypted files and folders if anything happens. So, without further ado, let's go over to my Windows 10 PC and we'll discuss how to encrypt your files and folders. Let's get started. Right now there are two user accounts on this computer. One is called Barry, and that's the administrator account, and the other one is called Rahul, which is a non-administrator account. Right now I'm logged in as the Rahul account. When I open up File Explorer, you'll see on the left, these are the common folders that every user gets, such as desktop documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos. And let's say I want to look at Barry's folders here, and I want to see the files contained within. I'll go to C drive, go to users, go to Barry, and then when I double click on it, it says I don't currently have permission to access this folder. Let me click on continue, and now I'm prompted to enter Barry's password, the same password that that user would use to log on to this PC. And let's say I don't know that password, I won't be able to access any of his files, so I'm going to click no. However, the other way is not true. Because Barry is the administrator, he would be able to log into his account and look at all of my files located in these folders. So suppose I don't want that to happen, I can always prevent him from doing so by encrypting these files. Now let's say that I, as the user Rahul, do not want the administrator of this PC, Barry, to look at one of my files. And this file is located in my Documents folder and inside another folder called My Personal Files. It is a text document called My Private Diary. When I double click on it, and the contents just say this is my private diary, I hope nobody besides me ever reads it. So if I want to encrypt this individual file, I'll right click on it, go to Properties, Advanced, click on Encrypt Contents to Secure Data, click OK, and hit Apply. And now I'm prompted with a message asking if I want to encrypt just the file itself or the entire folder that it's in. And I want to encrypt just the file. And hit OK, and OK. And now you'll see that on the file icon there is a small yellow padlock symbol to indicate that this is an encrypted file. And another way to tell if a file is encrypted or not, in My File Explorer, you can go to Options, View, scroll down, and you'll see an option saying Show Encrypted or Compressed NTFS Files in Color. And if I select this, you'll see now that the file name and file extension has changed to the color green. And that's another way to indicate that a file has been encrypted. And if I want, I can also encrypt an entire folder. And by doing that, you'll just go to the folder. Again, right click, go to Properties, Advanced, and Encrypt Contents to Secure Data. And hit Apply, and I want to apply to this folder, Subfolders and Files, and hit OK. So now the entire folder itself is encrypted. Now do keep in mind that when a folder is encrypted, any new file that I create inside of this folder will automatically be encrypted. I don't have to do it manually like I did for my private diary. Let me show you. I'll just go right click, go to new, make a new text document, and just call it ABC. And you'll see that it has the padlock icon and also the text is green, so it's automatically been encrypted. And also, any files that I move inside of this folder will also automatically be encrypted. Let me show you. Again, I'll just go to new text document and I'll call it XYZ. So this is just a regular file. It's not encrypted. And then when I drag and drop it into my personal files, it's also become encrypted, as you can see by the green text and the padlock icon. Now I'm going to log out from the Rahul user and log in as the Barry administrative user and see if that account is able to view this folder and these 3 files now that they're encrypted. Okay, now I'm logged into my PC as the Barry administrative user, and I'm going to try to see Rahul's documents. So I'm going to go to File Explorer, go to my C drive, Users, Rahul, Documents, and I can see that folder that was created in my personal files, and it's green, meaning it's encrypted. Double click and I can see the 3 files and they're all encrypted, but when I try to open it, I get an error message saying I don't have permission to view it, even as an administrator. I'll try to open the other 2, and I get the same error message on all 3 of them. Because they have been encrypted by Rahul, and even I, as the administrative account, don't have access. But let's say I try to get around this by right-clicking on one of the encrypted files, again going to Properties, Advanced, and then deselecting the encrypt contents to secure data. Hit OK, apply. You provide administrator permission, and I am logged in as the admin, so let me hit continue. But even then it says access is denied. Even as the administrator, I cannot remove the encryption from these files. Only Rahul can, the person who originally encrypted these. So we've seen that the Barry administrator account is not able to open these 3 files, nor is he able to remove the encryption. Even though he's an administrator and the user who created these, Rahul, is not an administrator. So the only way that we can view the contents of these files and remove their encryption is if we're logged in as the Rahul user. Now, because Barry is the administrator, he has the power to change the password for Rahul's account, and then hopefully he can get into that account and then view these files and remove their encryption if he wants to. Let's see what happens if Barry tries to do that. So we'll go to the Start menu, and then go to the Control Panel, and then go to User Accounts, and then we're going to go to Manage Another Account, go to Rahul's account, and then we're going to change his password. And here we get a warning that you are changing the password for Rahul. If you do this, Rahul will lose all EFS encrypted files, personal certificates, and stored passwords for websites or network resources. But let's go ahead anyway and see what happens. So I'm going to make a new password for him. And I'll just say it's numbers as the password hint, and I'm going to change his password, and let's see what happens. Okay, so his password's been changed. So now we're going to log into Rahul's account with that new password and see if we can still look at those files. Okay, so let's say that the admin Barry, he reset the password for Rahul's account, and then Barry logged in to his account, hoping to see those encrypted files. Let's see what happens. So we'll go to Documents, My Personal Files, and here are the files, and when he tries to open it, and we don't have a permission anymore, even though we're in Rahul's account and he's the one who created these files and encrypted them. So he's unable to view any of them. So unfortunately, not only could Barry not be able to see these, also if Rahul gets access to his account again, he won't be able to see those files. So what would he do about this? So let's say that Rahul manages to gain access to his account again after Barry changed his password. But we saw that Rahul wasn't able to access his own files, even though he created and encrypted them. Luckily, what he did before encrypting these files, he had created a certificate that was backed up to a removable flash drive. And let me show you how to do that. So right when you encrypt your files or folders, immediately after that, go to your Start menu, go to Control Panel, go to User Accounts, select your account, and then go to Manage Your File Encryption Certificates. And upon clicking that, you'll enter this wizard, hit next, and we're going to create a new certificate. We're going to make a brand new one, and I'm going to back it up to my USB flash drive, and I'm just going to call it cert. And then the certificate itself needs a password, and I recommend a strong one, but for this video I'll just put a short one. Hit next, then close. So now that certificate's been created. So what Rahul could do is, because he had that certificate backed up on his USB thumb drive, he could insert this thumb drive into his PC, import that certificate onto his computer by double clicking on it, and you'll get the certificate import wizard. So it prompts you for the password again. Next, and finish. And now that it's been imported onto his PC, he can again view those encrypted files thanks to that certificate that was backed up. I'll just open all three and we can see that they're all accessible once again, even after his password was changed by the administrator. So we can see that using certificates is extremely important, and you must back it up to a removable piece of media such as a thumb drive or burn it onto a CD, DVD, right after you encrypt your files, because that might be your only chance to be able to access your files again. And these certificates are especially important when, as we've seen earlier in this video, you have multiple users on your PC and one user changes your password and then you can't access your own files anymore. Or if your PC or its hard drive are stolen, and then that person who stole it is now unable to look at your encrypted files because that person does not have the certificate. And by some chance, even if they manage to get the certificate, if you protect it with a strong password, then even then they still can't access your data. Both the data and the certificate will be worthless.
Thank you for watching my video today on encrypting your files and folders using Windows Encrypting File System. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below, and if you have the time, please also hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, because I'll be creating more content like this in the near future. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.
Hello. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so by clicking on the subscribe link below. Also write your comments in the comment section below. Spread the word. You can share this video with your friends by clicking on the share button below, and you can share it with WhatsApp, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and by sending email to your friends.